Welcome to the Business Buyer Diaries. My name is Nathan Platter. I'm a full-time employee, and I bought a business. I did everything right, from finding the deal, handling all the due diligence on 63 opportunities, and ultimately bought a profitable gym. And boy, was I in for a big surprise as a new owner. I chronicled everything in real time, including the biggest wins to the stressful nights at 2 a.m. I'm sharing my journey without sugarcoating anything, so you don't make the same mistakes that I did. Here's today's episode. All right, well, it's been 2.5, almost 3 months since the last recording. Figured I'd just update here because it's something kind of in the business acquisition world, but ever since wrapping up the gym and closing things down, we talked with our CPA and so glad hired an expert to do the business returns, the personal returns, and all that good stuff. And one of the curveballs in this whole thing, we filed bankruptcy protection. Well, so we reached out to our attorney, I don't know, August, September, October, I don't remember. But it probably took us 30 days to get all of our papers and ducks in a row so that we could even file for Chapter 7. And then after we filed, that was in October, I want to say October or November, can't remember. But then after that, you go through that, it's an application process. So we had to file our petition. We had to see our bankruptcy trustee, saying, hey, here's our name and info. Here's why we are applying for bankruptcy. And then she goes back and then reevaluates and then issues her verdict after so many hearings. And that verdict was not given until the January. And so here's where it all rolls together and why it's a hiccup and it's not a problem. Because it's just a tension to manage. It's not a problem to solve. But we filed for bankruptcy in 2024. Our bankruptcy was not discharged until 2025. So when you file, your credit drops. All the creditors realize they're probably not going to get paid. And so then that's where your credit just gets smashed overnight. But you don't get the financial benefit of the discharge until it's discharged by the trustee, which wasn't until 25. So our CPA is hey, you legally filed in 24, but you didn't get the reward until 25. So technically, this is going to impact your returns because sure, it happened in one calendar year, but you didn't get the financial gain or benefit or upside until the following year. So she's saying that from what she understands, we'll do our normal returns in 24 like normal, but then our returns in 25 will be different because that's when the financial benefits were received. So I don't know. I don't know how that's all going to pan out. Basically, it's middle of June, and right now our bankruptcy lawyer and our CPA and the bankruptcy trustee are all in an email chain, and the CPA is hey, the legal side says this, however, the taxes say that. How do you want me to proceed? Because even right now, the trustee said, hey, take your refund, have it mailed to the trustee and not to me, not to Nathan, because she gets 80% of all the refund value. But when you file tax returns, the IRS and the state, they just send it to the address on file. So our home, and it looks fraudulent if you say, hey, send the return to somebody else, not the person who's filing it. And so it's our CPA says it's not even logistically possible to say, hey, here's Nathan and family. Here's their home address, but mail the refund to somebody else. And no, this is not fraud, IRS. And so I don't know. CPA doesn't know how to proceed. IRS says one thing. Department of Justice says another thing. I'm going to let the experts figure it out. So I am so glad we have a CPA and a bankruptcy attorney doing all the communications because they get to figure out all the mess. So no update as of now. We have extensions and everything. We're basically waiting for the trustee to tell us. So that's the learnings. If you can, go bankrupt the same year that you're going to get the discharge. If not, then you'll end up like us and you'll have to figure it out afterwards. So anyhow, life is good. Jobs are good. Family's good. We're going to rock and roll from there. That's it. That's where we're going. Let's rock and roll. This has been another episode of the Business Buyer Diaries. Subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. I hope you're realizing that business ownership is no cakewalk. Check the podcast notes for a link to the DIY due diligence program, the complete list of show sponsors, and for media inquiries. Music written and composed by Wes Schrock. I'm your host, Nathan Platter. Join me again on the next one.